Hi, thank you for attending today's introduction into Call Center Sync, the latest tool released by Hepner Corporation. We're really excited about being able to have this partnership with Builder Prime. There is some incredible stuff that we're going to review today, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to my team. You can visit us at hepnercorp.com or any of the other websites, and we'd love to assist you and get a meeting scheduled to talk to you about your organization and how we can assist you. So, some things to get into real quick because not a lot of people understand what Hepner Corporation is. We want to give you just a quick overview if you haven't heard of us before. So, what we are is a corporation based out of Wisconsin. We're locally owned, veteran operated, and we operate off of values kind of everybody can get behind. So, what really sets us apart is that we built an ecosystem for the way our companies interact in our divisions underneath Hepner Corp. We have a consulting company that can manage your entire IT infrastructure, devices, users, security, and really just give you that full customization of your environment so you can focus on what you love to do. And we'll focus on what we love to do, which is managing your infrastructure and helping you navigate the new modern workplace. We also have another organization that is called Hepner Studios. It's a website design, branding, and management company. And then we have a software development company in-house as well. So across the team, we have a substantial wealth of knowledge and the capability to not only give you products and services that you just cannot find anywhere else on the market, but also give you that relationship first, relationship over profit kind of conversation where we're going to really care about what grows your business and what makes you a better organization over how we can just, fill our own pockets, which is pretty rare when it comes to consulting companies, but we like to do something very differently in-house and how we operate. Now, our business model itself is very simple. So what we do is we support and organize and manage your infrastructures. And then when we find something that a lot of our clients in the remodeling industry or different industries that we support are having an issue with, what we do is we then use Hepner Sync, our software company, to build a software that fits those issues. Now, the software that we're going to be talking about today, which is just one of the products that we released through Hepner Sync, is something called Call Center Sync. We're really excited to go into this and discuss it with you today. We'll try and keep it short. I know everyone has a lot going on their plates, and we want to just make sure that we get to really the meat of the conversation here. So some things about Hepner Sync. We are tried and tested, right? Everybody has used our products. We have really large partnerships from across the industries, and we know quite a bit of how to utilize not only the remodeling industry to benefit our customers and secure their infrastructure as well as bringing them products and tools that they're looking for, but we also have the capability to support you really well as across the board. So I think that's a big thing that a lot of software companies fail at is they'll have a really great software, but then they don't have a really good support team. And in our situation, we have best of both worlds because the people that are building the software are also supporting you through the Hepner consulting team, as well as Hepner Studios and Sync, and really just giving you that full scale technology partner experience on the executive level that you really can't get anywhere else. So that's really what sets us apart. Now, getting into the software itself, Call Center Sync is a really interesting thing. So the idea behind it is to never miss an opportunity, have the faster speed to lead, have the better conversations that you don't have to train a team on how to do, and then also have the types of knowledge base in those conversations with your clients that is not decided by a salesperson or somebody that is like a developer behind the scenes, but an actual marketing professional that understands your industry, gives you the capability to build and scale and grow. We've built the capability to integrate with not only just Builder Prime, but really any CRM service and many other systems. Our partners currently right now is Sisu Synergy. She has an incredible business. Senya, if you haven't met her before, she's an incredible person. And what she does is she really steps in and helps you grow your marketing capability and manage your team and really just bring a bunch of things to the table that you just can't find through multiple services because she just really knocks it out of the park. Now, the knowledge base that she brings to the table with her clients and the way that she goes about processing new business to client relationships, she is taking all of that information and she's building it into our actual script process that is communicating with your clients, which gives you the capability to not only have the best artificial intelligence calling system for your call center on the market, but also have the marketing expertise of the best marketing company on the market, right? And when we really convert those two things and kind of pull them together, what you get is just an incredible software that gives you the capability to not only decrease your operation costs, but increase your revenue. So that's what we're going to talk about next. So the main thing to think about with the system and how we get that decrease in operation costs and increase in revenue is that when a lead goes into your bucket inside of Builder Prime or your CRM, what it's going to do is be called within 60 to 90 seconds. So that speed to lead alone is incredible. Now, when we say 24/7, we are talking about federal guidelines. So that's between 8 a.m. and 9 p.m., 365 days a year. We can turn it off on different types of vacation days or holidays, those kinds of things. So that is complete functionality you have in the back end. But it gives you the capability to where there's no more weekend shifts, right? Everything runs every single day. You don't have vacation times. You don't have break times. It will run from 8 a.m. until 9 p.m. It'll curate your leads. It'll make sure that everything is staying updated, that it's contacting and reaching out multiple times if needed, and really just building that capability that your call center does on a regular basis. The speed to actually, taking a lead when they pick up, having the conversation takes about 3 to 4 minutes with our scripts. You can customize the scripts to really decide exactly how you want them to be. And then the calls per day, on average, the system will run around 4,000 to 5,000 calls per day. So if you have a very high volume infrastructure and you're doing a lot of calls every single day, we can easily support that. Now, if you are in a situation where maybe you only have 200 leads coming through the day, we have the capability to support much larger. So of course we have the capability to support something that maybe is just getting up off the ground and running and you're just getting started and you don't want to pay for bringing in call center managers and call center people and training and, all the additional costs like insurance and benefits for those workers. This system gives you the capability to really cover all of those bases. Now, the key to the system is that the goal here, if you have a call center, is to decrease your operation costs and increase your revenue. If you don't have a call center, then we're going to add more revenue to your system, is what the system's supposed to do. So it will technically pay for itself. And it may even pay for itself so much that it pays all of your cost per lead, which is an incredible thing that we've seen across some clients. So with the system, the way that it's set up, we built a calculator into here that gives you the capability to understand how we're getting these numbers, as well as giving you the capability to understand what the approximate cost it would be to use it, to really bring transparency. Like I said in the beginning, we are very different than other companies. We like to be transparent. We won't just hold it off in the demo call. We'll actually have these conversations right up front. We'll put them out on the market. The reason why is because our artificial intelligence system isn't the new kid on the block, right? It's not the new thing that is a fluke and it's just the catch name of using AI. We're a full-fledged corporation. We have 3 companies that support businesses all around the entire country, and we have released multiple softwares to market that have large client bases. So what we're bringing to the table is not just having a new cool tool, but something that's actually going to support your organization and give you that capability. And none of the new kids on the block can really keep up with that. So that's why we're fine with sharing this information. So with that being said, how to use the calculator is very simple. You can click this little highlighted field right here. It'll give you an explanation of how to utilize it. The main thing to start on is, do you have a call center or do you not have a call center? For this scenario, we're going to go with call center. The numbers are different. So you have a call center, we're thinking you're probably around $10 million a year in revenue. If you don't have a call center, probably about $1 million in year in revenue. So those numbers are going to change and the system will look a little bit slightly different because of those different situations. So for this, going through this real quick. So for a business that's doing 10 million a year or 9,600,000, Your marketing budget could be somewhere around 17%. This is the actual numbers for one of our clients that gave us permission to actually share it and build the calculator so people would have a starting point. Like it says up at the top, nothing is stored, nothing is shared in relation to your data. So feel free to play with it on the website. It's not going to be saved, or no one else is going to be able to see what you play with. Now, 9.6 million a year. Then from there, marketing budget around 17%. Average cost per lead is about $68 for this organization. Then from there, you have your call center costs. So they have a large call center. They have multiple locations around the United States. They're running 4 different locations. And with that being said, they have about 3 to 4 call center people. So, well, they did before they started using the system. So that was costing them approximately $288,000 a year. Now, the leads they would pump in, the low side would be around 2,000 leads a month. Average ticket for their concrete coatings business was 5,000 per ticket. And then from there, their NCR was 8% on average. So with our system and the testing that we've been doing over the past year and really building out this infrastructure, we have a ton of data. And that data has showed us that we can get customers approximately on the low end 2% and on the high end 5% NCR lift. And I understand that those are some incredible numbers if you understand what your NCR is. Now, if you don't, you can click this label for info and it will tell you, same as anywhere else on here, that there's a label. It'll explain to you exactly how to get those calculations and understand this. So you can get kind of a crash course in this system. The couple last 2 things to go over is dead leads, right? If you get a lead in, for some reason, some of them just never pick up. Call centers understand this very well, right? So you call it, no matter how many times you call it, it's just never going to answer. So we factor those in for about 10% of the calls you get. Maybe they just never get picked up. This is also built on a 60-day structure with 96 calls that are happening over that 60-day time frame. So it'd be something like 3 calls a day for the first 0 to 7 days, 2 calls a day for 0 to 30, and then 1 call a day from 30 to 60 days, right? Something like that. That's going to get you about 96 calls that are going to be done on that phone number, really just curating that lead and making sure that it stays up to date and that we're contacting it, right? We're giving it that repeated information. If somebody doesn't pick up after 96 calls, they probably don't want to talk to you. So that 10% is to fill that. Lastly, AI handler salary. So AI handler salary is a really key piece here. With the transition of call centers, pretty much over the next 2 years, every business will be using a call center AI. What makes us different is quite a few different things, and we'll get into those later. So the call center handler salary is really your call center manager. If we're gonna pick the best person in your call center team, or you would pick the best person, and from there you would say, this is my AI handler. The AI will do all of the work. They will handle the AI and make sure that it does, that the things it's supposed to. They'll make sure that it books the right person or the right sales agent or the right location. There's about a 0.1% chance that it doesn't do the right thing, but that's what that handler's job is to do, right? Frees up a lot of time, gives them the capability to do other things for your business. But for the most part, they're just managing the AI and making sure that it works. So we've also factored into the cost of using this system, that's $60,000 for their salary. Now, the numbers I'm about to get into, they sound kind of crazy, but they're valid based off the data that we've been able to curate across our clients that are using the system. So for an organization like this that's doing 10 million, give or take a year, it's going to increase their revenue about 2.4 million a year. And because their call center is around 288,000, the cost for using the system would be about $183,000 a year, which would mean they make $100,000 in cost savings. So we decrease your costs, we increase your revenue. When we're taking into account the actual cost savings, if you just took all of the extra cost savings that you had and you put them directly back into your cost per lead, you pretty much have about a $4 decrease in your cost per lead. So using the entire system and having this run, it'd be about $1 extra in cost for your organization. But it's an incredible thing, right? The cost savings alone is huge. The capability to have something step in and alleviate all of the benefits and the insurance and the training and the hiring and the firing. And if you ran a call center for a long time, the turnover rate is just kind of crazy. So this gets all of that out of the way gives you the capability to where you can have the person that's the best, which is usually your call center manager, running the operation still, and also at the same time doing better than if they had a call center. It's really a hard thing to sell most customers, but we've seen it we've seen it be very popular with the client base. So with that being said, if I switch it over to no call center, the system does change. Like I said, the numbers do change. But the revenue would be about 960,000 if you're in this kind of market cap. About 10% of your budget is going towards your marketing budget. With that being said, you would see an increase of about $240,000. So if we're looking at the cost of running the system, it'd be about 110,000 a year. So that's what you'd probably pocket, is about 110,000 after all expenses are paid, which is pretty awesome still. So we're really excited about this opportunity with Builder Prime, and we can't wait to show you the system. So next up, we're going to do that. So a few things. We did build this entire infrastructure and the way the software works around all of our beta testers in the different industries, helping us really gain a solid understanding of how you guys do business, how you hand it off, and how you calculate your NCR. And that's what gave us the capability to build these calculators and systems. The system itself is built not just like another software tool. Like I was saying, we're a full-fledged corporation. We have 3 divisions, multiple clients all over the United States, and the capability to support your operation. So everything is communication first, right? You're supported by real individuals, not somebody overseas that's trying to figure out how your system works or some call center. We're the capability to actually grow your business, help you scale, and really support your infrastructure, not just in call center, but tons of different things. So really excited about anybody that reaches out to us, the capability to have those conversations and grow their organization. Some facts down at the bottom. If you have any questions, you can kind of see how things work, how we go through stuff. All right. So getting into it, you can book a demo with us, or you can go directly to this page, which is app.callcentersync.com. You can also find this on our website as well, and you can create an account and get started. So the big thing that's different about how we build our AIs compared to how other companies build AIs is that there's no build cost. And I'll say that again, there is no build cost. So most AI companies, when you talk to them, they say it's going to take anywhere from 2 weeks to a month, maybe longer, to build your AI. And on top of that, it's going to cost anywhere from $3,000 to $9,000. We've seen it all the way up to $15,000, depending on if somebody thinks they're going to get a big sale. It's ridiculous in my mind. If you have a team like ours that understands these infrastructures and the capability to build it, you can build an AI in about 30 minutes, which is what we do. So that's one of those incredible things. We'll probably get to the point that you can build it in 30 seconds if you want to just take all the default pieces that we have in the system. But inside of the Builder Prime infrastructure, and this is 100% honest, you could click the link inside of integrations that they're going to be putting in there, and you could come to this page and you could fill it out and book a same-day meeting with us, and you could be up and running using your call center by the next day. There's nobody on the market that's doing that. That's why Builder Prime is partnering with us. We are the best. And that's why we're really excited to show you some of the pieces of this system. And if you want to do a demo and kind of go through it with us as well, instead of just jumping right in and getting started, you can definitely do that and just click the booking link on the page. So I've already filled out this information. So this is what everybody will have access to. You just create an account. It's very simple. From there, you're going to name your company, right? So let's just call the workspace Hepner Coatings. All right. And now, like I was saying, transparency is key here, right? The cost for using the system is we charge a $500 weekly cost for the platform usage of the system, right? This is going to give you the capability to use this extremely advanced user interface, customize your AIs, build it, really just advance your company forward in ways that you just can't do it with any other products on the market. The system itself gives you 2 AIs to start, right? So you can create 2 of them. have two separate locations, one for, say, your Wisconsin, Milwaukee location, and another one for your Fort Worth, Texas location, right? Two separate locations. Any additional locations that you want, it's an additional $100 a month. $100 a week for that. And then from there, the calls. So the system itself, while it's running, it does incur cost. We bill in the minute. So as the system is actually calling people, it's actually doing things, the movement back and forth and the whole system operating, it's 99 cents per minute. Now, here's the key that makes us very different than many customers is we are not going to sign you into some contract right out the gate. What we're going to do is give you full-fledged access to the system. We're going to get your AI set up and running in about 24 hours if we can get a same-day meeting set up. And then from there, what we're going to do is let you just use the system for 3 months. It'll bill every single week, $500 a week. You'll see your usage amounts. You'll be able to get an understanding for how much the system costs, the capability inside of it. You can set it up to where it runs in your off hours, so that doesn't even impact your current call center team. And on top of that, your rate's just going to stay the same for 3 months. Now, at the end of the 3 months, we're going to have a conversation with you. And if you like it, you can sign a contract that is for the platform fees for the entire year, just an annual contract. We're going to keep it at $500. You'll be committing to that each week. And then from there, your rate for per calls per minute will stay at 99 cents. If you decide you want to stay month to month and you just want to keep going that route, you can. But the rate does increase for the calls from 99 cents to $1.25 per minute. So most of our customers, they just sign the contract because they really like the idea of using the system after 3 months. And that's where we're really excited about kind of growing this and working with your team and really getting in to understand your organization. So building this out is just as simple as it says. All you have to do is click the onboarding button. And then from here, tell us a little bit about your company, right? So you're going to say, Hepner Coatings. And what do your agents do? So, how does your infrastructure work, right? Like, what do you normally do? What do you want it to do? And we'll be able to define those things a little bit more in the demo. And then anything specific about your process that maybe differs from other businesses. Builder Prime's already selected. So then from there, you'll hit continue. Now, the system will take you immediately into Stripe. If you have a Stripe account, it will automatically cover that for you and get that set up. And then when that's done, what's going to happen is my team is going to reach out to you. We're going to schedule a demo, and we'll go through the process of getting that taken care of and getting the actual AI set up. Now, like I said, inside of the demo process, if you say, hey, we love it, we want to go with it, we can set you up in that call and get it running by the end of the day of that call. So pretty awesome there. Now, the system itself, once it's done, it's going to look similar like to this layout that you have right here. So it's going to have all of your AIs kind of listed down here. You'll have the capability to have call history. You can see all the calls that have happened. You'll have analytics. You'll have event activity, the capability to add more team members. The system itself, you can add as many users as you want to it. So you can have all of your sales agents. You can have your whole call center on there. You can have your entire company. We do not charge per seats. It's really just that platform cost. And then from there, the usage of the AI actually calling and having conversations. And then everything is billed on the weekly basis. After you sign the contract, you can go monthly if you would like, just to make it easier on your accounting team. So there's less transactions each month, but that's up to you. Now, the artificial intelligence system itself for this specific agent, if I click into here, let's just walk through a couple of the things. So first off, we have the display name. This is what you're going to see on the inside of your system. Inside of the scripts, we're going to have the name of the AI. So we got Charlie as the name. And then we have the company, which is Hepner Coatings. That's going to be automatically injected into the script. Connection information is related to Builder Prime, the CRMs that you're using, giving you the capability to update that and get that information put in. We'll help you walk through the process of getting that set up during the demo. And then from there, we have the settings section. And this is where it gets really fun for your call center manager or whoever's going to be managing the AI as the AI handler. So inside of Builder Prime, we're able to see all of the people that are making calls, the people that are inside of the system doing things. So we're going to, for every single lead that gets booked inside of Builder Prime, we want to have who booked the meeting, right? So we're going to have the AI listed inside of your Builder Prime, and that'll give you the capability where you can select it. And then in those specific fields where it lists who booked it, that will automatically show up. Like I said, you get 2 locations with the platform fee, and that gives you the capability to where you can build 2 additional AIs. Now, inside of the system, you have the capability to where you can put down the label. So this would be your warehouse in De Pere, Wisconsin, the address for it. And then you can pick specific zip codes. So you can say that I only want this to call zip codes that are that start with 5-3, or ones that are very specific. You list out the entire zip code. You put your time zone, you pick your phone number, get that provisioned. And then from there, you select the sales team agents that are inside of your system in Builder Prime. And it goes not off of the name, but off of the actual unique identifier for that person, making sure that they're the ones that get booked. Now, from there, once the system is saved, you have the capability to where you can build out a schedule. So the schedule is a really cool part about this. This gives you the capability to where you can build out a call cadence. So up to 3 months out, 3 calls per day between the hours of 8 a.m. and 9 p.m. based off of federal guidelines, you can call customers. And you can highly customize this out so that you can really get exactly what you're looking for. Now, for customers that plan to turn this on and just run it in their off hours, what you would do is you'd come in here, you'd hit edit, and you'd say, I just want it to run from 6 p.m. till 9 p.m. for Monday through Friday. And then I want it to turn on the weekends when no one's there. And it will call within those timeframes. Something to take into account, it will not call outside of the 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. timeframe. So if you say, well, I want it to start calling at 6 a.m., the system just won't let you do that because it's against federal guidelines. Now, blackout dates. So if you don't want it to call clients on Christmas while they're sitting on their couch and they say, I would love a garage floor coated, it will have blackout dates. You can come in here and edit that information. Now, the script itself is very crucial. So what we've built is the capability to where no matter what your industry is, you can come in here, select the industry, and it will be a personally crafted script that's from Sisu Synergy, giving you the capability to not only build a quality relationship with that lead, but also do it in a record time, getting it booked and on the calendar so your team can go out there and get that sale. From there, there's also some changes, right? So across the board, you could say things, if this is a coatings company, you could say, we don't do stamped or aggregate concrete. You could put that in there, and this would apply for every single call, right? 0% financing, things like that, things that have to do with your whole organization. Now, specific locations, you can also have different things. So like for De Pere, you could say that, we have a showroom, it's located on this floor. This is information that the AI is going to be able to pull from and really have those conversations so that you understand the capability of what it can do in those conversations with your customers. You could also do things like, we have a promotion going on this month, or your team can come in here and update these as needed. We have the voice capability, so you can pick between different voices. And then we get into the more advanced section. So when it reaches a voicemail, what does it do? Does it hang up? Does it leave a voicemail? What should it say? There's IVRs. So that's when a person has some type of an app on their phone and it says, would you say your name and why you're calling me? And the AI will communicate with that. So it'll identify itself as, whatever you want it to be. And then from there, it will also explain the purpose of the call to the AI, having that conversation, and then getting it pushed forward to the actual person so that then they can pick up the phone and you can get that lead booked. Now, responsiveness and interruptions. So these are 2 key things here, right? The AI wants to be as helpful as possible. So it's going to try and respond as fast as possible. Now, you can determine how fast it responds with the system. What you can also do is interruption, right? So if somebody starts talking, the lead starts talking to the AI while the AI is talking, how fast the AI stops talking, right? That way we can hear what the person is saying and the AI can not overtalk someone. Our system is extremely advanced on the back end, so you can always just click this button right here and just make it to where it dynamically will do it based off of our default settings. Then notifications, right? So we do have full capability when it comes to emails and text messages. There's quite a few things that we can do for notifications on this. This one is specifically related just to meetings booked. So if you would like an additional type of canned email response, just let us know what it is for your organization and we'll get it set up. So you could do things like if they ask to be contacted at a different time, or they would like to have a callback done or something like that, we can definitely have those systems come into play and send out those notifications to your AI handler so that those calls can be done. You can do test calls from the system, so you don't have to go into Builder Prime to do a test call. You can literally just click this button and then it'll walk you through the process of doing a test call. You can see all the versions of the system. So if you change something and it doesn't work the way you want it to, you can restore it back to the other one. And then from there, you can also do a publish, and you can turn it off and turn it back on whenever you want, right? So if you turn it off, it's not going to be billing the cost per minute. If you turn it on, it's only going to bill when it's actually talking to somebody. So it can be left on 24/7. You're not going to get billed 24/7. It's just going to be for when the AI is actually working and running. So those are some key pieces here. Call history. This is a demo account. We just set it up, so we haven't done any calls out of it. But what it looks like is something similar to this. So what you'll have is the start date, the time, the agent that made the call, it called this specific number, the duration, the status. Was it booked? Was it not booked? What was the interaction like with the customer? Was it positive? Was it neutral? Was it negative? The capability to come in here and look at exactly what's happening. So we ran into a little bit of a Wi-Fi issue. So if I get into call history. All right, so from here, you can take a look at the system and you can listen to the recording. You can see the back and forth between the customer. You can get an analysis, a summary, some sales notes for your team. All of this information, when a call happens, is also going to show up inside of your Builder Prime, inside of that user interface. So when your guy gets to the door, your girl gets to the door to sell that product, they're going to have all of this information at their fingertips inside of their Builder Prime app. So one of those really incredible things. Now, analytics, we got quite a bit of stuff built into this. You can go all the way back 12 months. You can go between agents, scripts. You can see the calls that are happening, meetings that are booked, the booking rate percentage on all calls, and then you also have your average duration. From there, you also have quite a bit of stuff here. Now, the really cool thing that we've built into the system is the capability to where you can have multiple different scripts that are all kind of based off of you saying, okay, like I want 30% of the calls to be this script, 30% to be this script, and the other 40% to be this script. And then you can actually see which ones are actually doing better than the other ones. And then you can prioritize those. You can really advance your capability inside of the system and really get some great analytics. We have a full event system, so you can see every single thing that happens in the system. If my team comes in, they change something, they do something, you can come in here and check that out. And then we have full security, profiles, workspaces, kind of all of those details as well. Now, inside of the Builder Prime system, it's extremely simple to set up. Our team will be able to do it within about 30 minutes. When it's set up, there's a couple ways that you can do it, and we can really fit it to be inside of your mold. But how it normally works is we have something where it's your new leads, and then you have your time frames, right? So we have 4 separate call cadences we want it to do. So between the lead coming in, calls it immediately, right? 30 to 90 seconds, it's going to make that call. And then from 2 days to 7 days, it's going to call a different time. From 7 days to 30, it's going to be a different one. 30 to 60 and 60 plus. So these different buckets, the system will automatically move them through if you have them set up inside of Builder Prime, to where it'll move your leads through the system. But the leads will get called no matter what. So technically, you could just have a new lead bucket. All of your leads pump into it. The AI does all of the follow-ups and making sure everything's getting done. And then it moves out of there into appointment has been set. So A lot of the stuff that we see with a lot of customers when we go into their builder primes, they'll have all this stuff because they're used to doing it manually. They're used to moving it all through. But really, when it comes down to it, like, what are the things you really care about when all of the call centers are being done, right? It's being called, it's a new lead, it's set, and then why it wasn't set, right? And we can definitely build those types of things in here with the automations that are already built into this awesome CRM Builder Prime. So the system itself for triggering new leads, we have it set up to where when a lead comes in, it calls the lead. So whatever your softwares are or companies that you're using to generate your leads and get them sent in, nothing has to change. The way you utilize your system doesn't have to change either. This gives you the capability to where, however you're operating, on the day you decide you want to use the system, you set up an account, you reach out to our team, you pay for the platform costs, and then from there, that's it. We do the rest. We get it set up. We get it running within about a day if we can get a same day meeting on the books. And then from there, the next day, you could have it start calling in the off hours. You could tweak the scripts. You could have conversations with it and really figure out if it's doing exactly what you want it to do. And then when you're ready, you can make that jump and you can have it run 24/7. So we've built a really intense system here. We're really excited about it. And we're really in a mindset where we want to do what's best for our customers and we want to bring as many cost savings as we can your way. To be just like any other customer, we could say it takes $9,000 to set this thing up and it's going to take 3 months. So it's easy for my team to get it cooked out. But instead, we built you a system that gives you the capability to not only save you an obscene amount of money on a build cost, but also get it set up so quickly that you could test it out at the end of the week. You could see if this is something that you want to use. So we're very excited about this partnership with Builder Prime. We look forward to the many great features and stuff that we get feedback from their team and we build into this software to give you more quality and things that you're looking for. And we really hope that if you have any questions, you'll reach out to us and we hope to see you in a demo soon. Have a great day.